Information from all parts of Liberia and the continent. Join us Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. and start your day with our balanced and sensational morning news. Our interesting afternoon news comes on at 12 p.m. with updated and fascinating news stories, while the 6 p.m. news round.
Today is Monday, December 16, 2024. This is the 6 p.m. edition of Kear Newsline. 45 minutes of the most recent captivating news reporting about Liberia and the rest of our one world. I'm Monjue presenting. In the headlines, amidst dispute over speakership position at the House of Representatives, Ways, Means and Finance Committee of the majority bloc assures the passage of the 2025 draft national budget before Friday, December 20. Campus-based Student Unification Party mandates President Joseph Boakai to address increasing wave of corruption in his government. SUP Chairman Sylvester Wheeler threatens disruption of the president's SONA, failure to act on their concerns. Also ahead of us, cross-section of citizens staged peaceful protest demanding the Liberia Telecommunications Authority to prevail on GSM companies to restore affordable data packages. And away from Liberia, leaders of the West African Regional Grouping, ECOWAS, have approved the withdrawal of 3 countries ruled by the military from the bloc, but have offered a 6-month grace period for them to reconsider. This plus our news bulletin, the voices of the newsmakers, details of this development, and much more are all packaged. But first, Aloysius Chea and the news bulletin. Good evening, Aloysius.
Good evening, listeners. The Ways, Means and Finance Committee of the majority black at the House of Representatives has vowed that the fiscal year 2025 draft national budget will be passed on or before this Friday, December 20, 2024. During Monday's hearing of the fiscal year 2025 draft national budget expenditure component, the chairperson of Ways, Means and Finance, Monjue, stated that the House will be working overtime to ensure the passage of the budget this week. The commitment of the passage of the budget comes in the wake of a dispute on Capitol Hill over the speakership position. Representatives from the majority bloc, Speaker Rachel Cohn, and representatives with embattled Speaker Kofa are still battling for political supremacy on Capitol Hill. The draft national budget for fiscal year 2025 is in the tune of United States dollars 851 million. The University of Liberia-based Student Unification Party has cautioned the Boakai Kong administration to address their 30 counts petition with urgency, threatening disturbance during the State of the Nation address in January. Reading a 30-count factor press statement, the chairman of the Student Unification Party, Sylvester Wheeler, called for the dismissal of Commerce Inspector General Doug Cooper, the immediate appointment of a president of the University of Liberia, revision of concession agreements, and the addressing the increased prevalence of illicit drugs in the country. He further mentioned the uncontrollable increase in prices of goods and services, the government refusal to investigate Commissioner General Double Jada for allegedly giving 900,000 United States dollars to former Commerce Minister Ahmed Mudai, amongst others. The SUP chairman threatened that if these issues are not addressed, there will be no essence of hosting the State of the Nation addressed by President Boakai. Meanwhile, the Student Unification Party has condemned the suspension of 14 students of the Tubman University, warning the university's administration to reconsider its decision. Amid public outcry on the reduction of data, several Liberians have staged a protest calling on the Liberia Telecommunications Authority to address policy measures and prevail on GSM companies to restore data packages. Recently, both Orange and Lone Star Share MTN reduced their data bonus promotion, including the famous $3 for 12 gigabyte and $5 for 15 gigabyte, despite the high cost of purchasing data. The abrupt decision of the two GSM companies have sparked mixed reactions amongst citizens, with some terming the decision as counterproductive to ordinary Liberians who struggle to feed themselves. High aimed data charges come amid economic hardship, high transportation costs, and increase in prices of goods and services on the Liberian market. Reading the petition on behalf of the group, Duku Jala blamed the Liberia Telecommunications Authority for instituting policy measures which prompted GSM companies' decision to increase the cost of data and reduce data packages. He said the action of the LTA and GSM companies has further increased the hardship faced by the impoverished citizens, especially during the festive season, plunging families into deeper financial constraints. According to him, affordable and reasonable prices for internet data will enhance the study and research ability of Liberian students and keep families connected during the Christmas season. Receiving the petition, chairman of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority, Abdullah Kamara, assured the protesters of addressing their concerns in the soonest possible time. He noted that as a commission, it is the LTA duty to ensure citizens are provided affordable telecommunications services and regulate the GSM companies. Kamara also acknowledged the discrepancies in some of the services provided, adding that it needs time to dialogue with authorities of GSM companies to resolve them for the good of the public. Liberia, through the permanent mission of the International Maritime Organization, has deposited the official note viable from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs declaring Liberia's bid for re-election to the Council of IMO. The elections will take place in December of 2025 at the IMO 34th Assembly Section. Ambassador Robert Pradet, Liberia's permanent representative to the IMO, at the head of the three-man delegation, presented the instrument to the legal department at the headquarters of the IMO in London on Monday, December 16. Ambassador Pradet stressed the importance of the deposit, stating that the presentation officially kickstarted Liberia's vigorous campaign to get re-elected to Category A of the IMO 40-member council, having been elected at the 33rd Assembly Section in 2023. He said through this instrument, the government is highlighting Liberia's important role in the work of the IMO as a founding member and an important contributor to the budget of the organization. In a statement issued on Monday, Ambassador Prada stated that Liberia does not only pride itself on being the leading and inviolable flagship registry, but the country continues to demonstrate leadership in the realm of international shipping in all dimensions. Ambassador Prada then emphasized that at IMO, Liberia is profoundly proud to be chairing the all-important Maritime Environment Protection Committee under the rooted leadership of Dr. Harry Conway, Liberia's Antoinette permanent representative, while sponsoring or co-sponsoring important proposals to keep international shipping safe and secure. A political commentator, Baron Brown, has threatened Democratic retaliation if anything happens to the embattled Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Fonati Kofa. According to Baron Brown, the actions of the executive branch of government, in addition to threatening messages received by Speaker Kofa, are reasons for his statement. He reiterated that if harm is posed to embattle Speaker Kofa, the Unity Party-led government will be expired in the shortest period of time. Baron Brown made these comments in a local media outlet in Monrovia Monday. The Liberian political analyst further termed as lack of leadership the withdrawal of state security from Speaker Kofa. He noted that despite the hard-fought battle in delivering victory for the Unity Party and President Joseph Boakai in 2023, the current action of the ruling party is a disaster. Brown maintained that the action of lawmakers to unlawfully remove Speaker Fonati Kofa is a violation of the Constitution and a disaster to the country. Former Montreal County District 8 Representative Akaz Gray says recent statement made by Vice President Jeremiah Cohn shows his interference into the legislative impasse to remove Speaker Kofa. According to Akaz Gray, it is saddening that the Vice President is treating the office with a lack of respect and dignity. He added that VP Cohn's statement of controlling 7 lawmakers from Nima County shows his constant involvement into the legislative politics, adding that it is a sad time for the country. Akaz Gray made these comments in an interview with the Voice of Liberia via telephone Monday. The former District 8 representative maintained that Fonati Kofa remains the legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives, noting that all efforts by the executive branch of government or constitutionally to remove the speaker has failed. Gray cautioned citizens to abide by the rule of law at all times and also urging the executive branch of government to follow the same path. Commenting on the expulsion of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fada from the Congress for Democratic Change, Akaz Gray indicated that no individual is above the party. He added that Representative Thomas Fada has hugely benefited from the CDC, calling on partisans to stand by the decision of the party at all times. The National Foot Soldiers of the Opposition Congress for Democratic Change has endorsed a protest organized by a group named Concerned Citizens. According to the group's chairman Solomon Sims, the protest is geared towards calling on the attention of the international community to the ill treatment faced by Liberians. He added that the Unity Party led government is consistently breaking the laws of the country and threatening the lives of citizens, and as such, it is time to put an end to the unlawful actions of the Wakad Kong administrations. Solomon Sims made these comments in an interview with reporters in Monrovia Monday. The chairman of the CDC National Foot Soldiers maintained that President Bouaka should understand that he is a president of the entire country and not a political party, adding that his actions and decisions must be a reflection. He noted that the current impasse at the House of Representatives has stalled the operations of the National Legislature, stressing the need to urgently resolve the disagreement. Meanwhile, Chairman Sims has urged Liberians to join the peaceful protest on Tuesday, December 17, at the grounds of the Capitol building. Former Sino County Senator Milton Chea has criticized Liberia's governance system, stating that despite the nation achieving a multi-party democracy, nothing has been done to improve the lives of citizens. Speaking on the OK Morning Watch Monday, Milton Chea highlighted that Liberia's political system should be celebrated for its inclusiveness, though it is shifting towards a two-party system, indicating series of unaddressed issues by former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He pointed out that the Sirleaf's administration left a framework for national development, adding that the document has not been adopted. Reflecting on his tenure as a senator of Sano County, Tiajet underscored his legacy in youth empowerment is unwavering, indicating his office support to students from all 16 tribes and religions in Liberia. Tiajet maintained that his grateful contributions will always be remembered by the youths of the county. At the same time, the former Sino County senator has criticized the Ministry of Public Works for the slow pace of roads, describing the lack of progress as a major challenge that needs urgency. Meanwhile, Milton Tiaji has expressed excitement on the election of Representative Richard Cole as Speaker of the National Legislature, making him the first from Sino County. Well, Lee, that latest from the news bulletin is back to you for continuation of the program.
Aloysius Chea and a full bulletin of news from the news center. He returns place second to the climax of the news with our foreign development. One of the big stories we are following this evening amidst dispute over speakership position at the House of Representatives. Ways, Means and Finance Committee of the majority bloc assures the passage of the 2025 draft national budget before Friday, December 20. With that, we take our first development. The University of Liberia campus-based Party Student Unification Party has cautioned the Bouaka Kong administration to address the 30-count petition with urgency, threatening disturbance during the State of the Nation address in January. Reading a 30-count factual press statement, the chairman of the Student Unification Party, Sylvester Wheeler, called for the dismissal of Congress Inspector General Doug Cooper, the immediate appointment of the president of the University of Liberia, and the reversion of concession agreement. He further mentioned the uncontrollable increase in prices of goods and services, the government's refusal to investigate Commissioner General Double Jala for allegedly giving $900,000 to former Commerce Minister Ahmed Muda, among others.
The revolution that is doing the political parties following the inner deception and lie of the Wagapo regime. So believe the reactionary government has shown no willingness to address the basic needs of our people, the hopeless masses, and the victims of poverty and unbearable suffering as a Monjue in the face of the people. Some officials of government are involved in lavish lifestyle amidst hunger, poverty, poor health. Mr. Baga, for the 2 years of so-called experience, have proved zero actuality in the past 11 months of serving this great country. This 11 months of rule over Liberia have done the worst of the Liberian people and created the trust amidst mass unemployment, deception, corruption, incompetence, and zero foreign direct. Revolutionary violence in the party, the band of more voice of the people will soon take the lead to convey what the people already confronted with in its nationwide protest in accordance with Article 1, 15, and 17 of the 1986 Constitution. Congress, masses of the Liberian people, the below legitimate cause will soon inspire a mass citizen rally across the country if they are not taken seriously by reaction. This stated initial or compromising factor will determine if we will have a state of the nation address or not. One, a call for the immediate dismissal of Doug Cooper.
Meanwhile, the Student Unification Party has condemned the suspension of 14 students of the Tottenham University, warning the university administration to reconsider its decision.
Furthermore, to condemn the unjustified suspension of 14 students at the Tottenham University. Your administration to immediately reconsider such actions that have the propensity to create unnecessary conditions. The right to education is not only guarantees under Article 6 of the 1986 Constitution, but international law for which Liberia is a signatory. Of professional or ethical and dictatorial to intimidate students with suspension and response to their legitimate concern.
Student Unification Party Chairman Sylvester Wheeler. Amidst public outcry on the reduction of data, several Liberians have staged a protest calling on the Liberia Telecommunication Authority to address policy measures to prevail on GSM companies to restore data packages. Recently, both Orange and Lone Star Cell MTN reduced the data bonus promotion, including the famous $3 for 12 gigabyte and $5 for 15 gigabyte, despite the high cost of purchasing data. The abrupt decision of the two GSM companies has sparked mixed reaction amongst citizens, with some terming the decision as counterproductive to ordinary Liberians who struggle to feed themselves. Reading the petition on behalf of the group, Duku Jala blamed the Liberia Telecommunication Authority for instituting policy measures which prompted GSM companies' decision to increase the cost of data and reduce data packages.
Yeah, Chairman Kamara, with the undersigned organization representing we the people and the broader community of Liberia submit this petition to urgently address the recent policy measures instituted by the Liberia Telecommunication Authority that have resulted in significant increase in internet data costs. This action has caused immense hardship for the ordinary citizens of Liberia, especially young people, particularly during the Christmas season, when many families are already struggling with severe poverty and high unemployment rates. What are our grievances? The reason hike in the internet data prices is more than an inconvenience. It is a profound injustice. Affordable internet access is a critical necessity for many Liberians, serving as a lifeline for education, employment opportunities, and maintaining connections with loved ones. Abrupt increase in data costs has plunged countless families into deeper financial distress, stripping away a vital resource that should be accessible to all. So we have four demands. Number one, we demand that internet data prices be restored to pre-December 9 levels, where $5 were providing 5 gigabytes, so $2 were providing 12 gigabytes, 15 gigabytes, and $2 were providing 12 gigabytes. Yeah. These prices were manageable for many households and for young people. The current hike is unsustainable. Very much.
Meanwhile, receiving the petition, the chairman of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority, Abdullah Kamara, assured the protesters of addressing their concerns in the soonest possible time.
Not just say, yeah, but you well and really articulated the concerns and where it hurts most. And I can assure you, this board will do everything starting from today. I think we already started, but going forward to ensure that there's a balance in ensuring that you get value for every penny you spend on telecommunication. The LTA were funded purposely to ensure that the market is stable, that the market is balanced, and that end user get value for money, be treated fairly. Yes. All our actions, at least under my watch, all our interventions was done purposely to ensure that this happens. But we are also humans, and when you raise issues that make sense, we'll definitely look into it to have it addressed appropriately and within the available time frame that we have.
Abdullah Kamara is the chairman of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority. The National Foot Soldiers of the Opposition Congress for Democratic Change has endorsed a protest organized by a group named Concerned Citizens. According to the group's chairman, Solomon Sims, the protest is geared towards calling on the attention of the international community to the ill treatment faced by Liberians. He added that the Unity Party-led government is consistently breaking the laws of the country and threatening the lives of citizens, and as such, it is time to put an end to the unlawful actions of the Bwaga Koons administration. Solomon Sims made this statement in an interview with reporters in Monrovia Monday.
So basically, it's a peaceful gallery. We are going to be very peaceful, except the police want to turn it another way. We are going there very peaceful to gather, to call the attention of the international community, because there's a point that we have to say enough is enough. Black and Browns are governing this country as if they are the only people that have right in this country. They are breaking our laws. They are threatening the lives of people. They are dismissing people because of our political association. I mean, they are doing a whole lot of things. So this night or this gathering will be very peaceful on Tuesday. That is tomorrow. We'll gather in our numbers to call on the world and to call the attention of the international community. Baka need to stop what he's doing. Baka need to know that he's the president of Liberia and not the president of a political party. Baka needs to understand that his act is damaging the image of the country, where you know that a particular group of people.
The Liberia Standard Teacher Training College has successfully trained a good number of teachers across Liberia since its establishment in 2015 and still counting. The director of training at the college, Andrew Fire, said the institution is a teacher training institution that has not only been training teachers, but has been innovative in designing programs that deal with teachers' education across the country. Giving an overview of the institution during its ninth Gado anniversary celebration over the weekend, Andrew Fire noted that the institution was established upon the result of a survey conducted by an education organization.
This mission came about after an educational NGO that I'm running called Education Watch Network of Liberia Incorporated conducted a baseline survey among 200 community schools in Monterey County in this environment. And we realized that to every school we went to, there were at least 200 teachers. There are some schools we went to from the principal in the last teacher in the classroom was not trained. So we asked the question to some of the teachers at the time that have spent 13 years in the classroom, but the minimum qualification they have was the high school credential. Some of them said that they really want to improve their capacities, but the truth of the matter was their purchasing power was low. Imagine working for $3,000 as a teacher, you are a parent, you live in a renting house, you have other social obligations to address that require spending. So all of those social challenges were issues that hindered them from improving themselves. So when we talk to the situation room, our report, the board of directors of the Education Watch Network of Liberia instructed us to write the Ministry of Education in 2015 to give us the space to train teachers in low-income bracket in Liberia. Since 2015, we have successfully trained little over 10,000 teachers in all of our training programs across the country.
Andrew Fire is the Director of Training at the Liberia Standard Teacher Training College. They're speaking. Well, folks, if you are just joining us, you are listening to the Monday, December 16, 2024, 6 p.m. edition of Kear Newsline, a 45-minute news production from the News and Current Affairs Department here at Kear Communications Network. I'm Lee Monjue in the presenter's chair. These stories topping the news this evening amidst dispute over speakership position at the House of Representatives. Ways, Means and Finance Committee of the majority bloc assures the passage of the 2025 draft national budget before Friday, December 20. Campus-based Student Unification Party mandates President Joseph Boakai to address increasing wave of corruption in his government. Sub-chairman Sylvester Wheeler threatens disruption of the president's sonar failure to act on their concerns. Cross-section of citizens staged peaceful protests demanding the Liberia Telecommunications Authority to prevail on GSM companies to restore affordable data packages. These plus many more are up. Take the short break to be back. Many thanks for rejoining us. Former Monterey County District 8 Representative Akaris Gray says recent statement made by Vice President Jeremiah Cohn shows his interference in the legislative impasse to remove Speaker Kofa. According to Akaris Gray, it is saddening that the Vice President is treating the office with a lack of respect and dignity. He added that VP Cohn's statement of controlling 7 lawmakers from Nema County shows his constant involvement into the legislative politics, adding that it is a sad time for Liberia. Akaris Gray made a comment in an interview with the Voice of Liberia via telephone Monday.
Basically, that's what I said. When I said initially that the executive branch of government has the responsibility or any other branch of government under the doctrine of coordination. Okay, now, people argue that for the executive to get involved is interference. So the executive starts And we have reached a point they have misinterpreted even the Supreme Court ruling through the Minister of Justice. I can confirm to you that, yes, President Brecker is still for the Speaker to negotiate and exit, and the Speaker rejected that. Jeremiah led the processes of the negotiation so that the Speaker can have a dignified exit. The Speaker points across and very clear and made it absolutely clear that he's not going to resign. So the misinformation provided by the Vice President last night, it's sad that the Vice President will become a talk show caller. That is unfortunate. This is the Vice President of the country we're talking about. The office comes with dignity and respect. I think the Vice President after 1 year, I now realize the importance of that office. The utterance coming from that office is very important, especially directly from me. But what was exposed last night is the Vice President direct involvement. For the Vice President to see from his mouth that I would direct 7 of Lima lawmakers, just in case when I resign, just in case, I would direct 7 of Lima lawmakers to vote one way, and he said he made that commitment to the others, and he's going to stand by that commitment.
Meanwhile, commenting on the expulsion of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fada from the CDC, Akaris Gray indicated that no individual is above the party, urging members to stand by the party's decision.
Let me say this to you. I want you, nobody is bigger than the mighty Congress of Democratic. We got to stop this thing about somebody bigger than them. Okay? I call for the expulsion of Fada on the onset. He broke away and went to the majority bloc, presided over a session that calls for the suspension of CDC lawmakers. Do you know that almost like I think it's 7 CDC lawmakers that have been suspended under the government of Fada? Let me say this to you. Do you know they don't have the number to expect us for the 9 that today. They don't have 0 number. Forget about that one. Even some of their colleagues have money but never vote for expulsion. Like jokers. Okay. But that's not the issue. The issue here is that if of Fada, that the party of the CDC, somebody say Fada struggle. And so for the CDC came as a political institution by 2006, Fada got a job as a resigning. Fada has not been one of the disadvantaged editions in terms of national capital.
From Mosurado County District 8 Representative Moses Akaris Gray. A political commentator, Baron Brown, has threatened what he termed as democratic retaliation if anything happens to the embattled Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Fonanti Kofa. According to Baron Brown, the actions of the executive branch of government, in addition to threatening messages received by the Speaker, are reasons for his statement. He reiterated that if harm is forced on embattled Speaker Kofa, the Unity Party-led government will be expired in the shortest period of time. Baron Brown made a comment on a local media outlet in Monrovia Monday.
It went viral. I don't know what it's called. As per his resignation? As per his resignation, threatening his life, that his failure to resign, although what is right, and Liberians, they stand by him, they are supporting him, but the individual sent a text message threatening the life of the Speaker, and he said in his text message that if you don't resign, you are holding our government, the Unity Party government, at this. His left is currently arrested. He doesn't sleep, because if anything happens to him, we are clear. The government of the Republic of Liberia will take full responsibility to pass. And I want to say this as Baron Brown. If the Speaker dies, the government, if anything happens to the Speaker, the government of Liberia will take full responsibility. And we will retaliate democratically. We will sit the government in the shortest period of time. Thanks.
Meanwhile, Baron Brown has further termed as lack of leadership the withdrawal of state security from Speaker Kofa.
It is embarrassing. You activated your line a few minutes ago. All of the calls, they are against what is going on Capitol, meaning a coup d'etat against the current speaker, legitimate speaker. It is embarrassing for the democracy. And what is happening today, some of his colleagues, they are in meeting, and we do not recognize that gathering as legit. But they are doing everything possible to remove the speaker, and to the extent that the president has already the speaker, withdrawing the speaker's security details, which is troublesome. It came early after a week when we raised an alarm about an individual who sent the speaker text message threatening his life. Then after 2 days, the president went and recorded the speaker's security detail, which is troubling.
4 nurses who were sent on 1-year scholarship to be trained as ear specialists in Lusaka, Zimbabwe, by the Church Aid Incorporated with the funding of Kear Hearing Foundation has returned home. The 4 beneficiaries include Georgia Gray, Naomi Smith, Blessing Akoya, and Maria Mankekuda. Making separate remarks at a special program welcoming them back to Liberia, the 4 nurses thanked Bishop Kotu Brown and the Church Incorporated for affording them the opportunity to undergo a training in hearing care in Zimbabwe.
They now give us this opportunity to benefit from what we are benefiting from today. We couldn't have been here. And as we said in our outgoing speech that we pray that God carry us and bring us back. And as we go and come back, we will ensure that the vision of Church in 2030 will not die. We are now back in full. You can trust us. And the first thing that we know that we learn from there is that we have to put trust in ourselves and make people to trust us.
I want to be grateful also to God for his traveling mercy. He took us from here in that faraway land, and he was with us throughout. Thanks to every one of you too for the prayer. Thanks to Church Aid for the prayers. They were all answered because the God who carried us, he was with us till the end, and he brought us back. So I want to be grateful.
I would like to tell the Almighty God, thank you for carrying us Zambia and bringing us back. Thank you so much for supporting us to take us from Liberia to Zambia and bring us back. I would also like to recognize Church in Liberia. Church in Liberia, say thank you to you for your support. Now for getting, Mark Lucas Kepler was the one I recommended to Bishop Brown. I say thank you for trusting me. And I will do my best.
A pleasure to be here today. I give thanks and appreciation to the Almighty God for making me to be here today.